Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is gonna be a quick review of the GRACO SE Jogger stroller to kind of give you an idea of what I think about it. Let's go. So when we got this stroller, it was so my daughter was born about 11 months ago, and we got this stroller out of all the ones that we saw that we liked, and so far it hasn't been bad. But I'm gonna kind of run over some things that I liked and didn't like about it, and maybe that'll help you make a decision. The first thing I liked about the stroller was the big wheels, and I chose the big wheels because kind of, you know, it makes it easier to just stroll through ground, you know, the grass or bumps, all that jazz. So that was a beneficial thing about it, and they're pretty big, as you can see. Like they're not as skinny or as small as you would normally get, so it kind of helps in the inflated tires there. You know, you can see that. You can see the air pump in there too. All that kind of helps with making this a smoother ride. And the front, of course, the back wheel's locked. That's gonna be the next thing. And the front wheels, of course. I mean, there's little. It has the same kind of stuff going on in there, except I think that's like a little shock spring in there of some kind. Maybe kind of helps absorb. I don't know, but it's still, I don't know. Maybe it's beneficial to someone somewhere. And then there's also a behind that wheel there. There's also this wheel lock here. Let me see if I can show you that real quick. There's that wheel lock right there, that red wheel lock that kind of flips. Let's see if I can do this here. So I'm just upside down. There's this. It kind of flips up like that to lock, so the wheel goes straight like that. You can't turn it. Then you flip it up and over, and that makes this wheel pivot like so. So that's something that might be pretty beneficial to you. The next thing, what I like about it, it is a pretty lightweight stroller for the most part. Once you remove the car seat from the stroller, then it's easy to collapse. Pull that up, lift that up like so, come right out like that. So once you do that, then you just push either these buttons right there, this gray one. Let's see if we can see that here. See this gray one right there on both sides, and this thing will just collapse like so. So that's pretty. So that might be a pretty decent feature for you that you might like. Like I said, it's pretty lightweight for the most part. You could just kind of lift it up with one hand. Nothing more than, 5-10 pounds. So that's pretty nice. It's not bulky. It's not heavy. So it works. It gets the job done. You know, with this whole Click Connect stuff, the whole Click Connect systems going on, it's easy to just lift up your stroller, lift up your car seat, and drop right in place, like so. Okay, it might not be that hard all the time, but like so. And that's really that. Those are pretty much the few big things that have stuck out for me that I've liked. And once your baby gets to the point where it's like, okay, they're too big for the car seat, let's put them in the toddler seat. That's pretty simple. You know, you would just remove the car seat like you would and pop the toddler seat in like so, and that ain't gonna go nowhere. Now, of course, this can be faced, backwards towards you, forward, and either way it'll work. And then the canopy just folds up like that. There's a tray right here that can go, kind of sets in there, really. Like, there's nothing much to that. It just kind of pushes in, boom, boom, and then now your toddler's got their snack tray like that. That's really all there is to it. Oh yeah, to remove the tray to remove this tray, hit these little levers down below, pop it right off. So the few things I don't like about it, that I'm not a fan of, is, since we're at this point, is this flap part right here. I mean, it's a pretty big vent, as you can see, but there's no Velcro to hold this thing open, so it just kind of sits there. I guess by choice you can either cut this out if you really want to, or you can simply put a piece of Velcro here and here and just attach that like so, and it'll be fine. You know, we haven't really had the need to use it so far. The locks. Let's get to the wheel locks. It's good. I don't know if most are like this or not, but these just kind of come with a, you know, just these individual wheel locks right here that, you know, that they work. If you just, you know, I tend to always just put one lock down, and every time I push it, I kind of forget that one wheel's locked, so it does this little dealing on me. You know, that can be kind of annoying from time to time, and you know, I don't know what you would do about that. The other thing. There is a good decent amount of storage space down here, except the fact that when it comes to this with the car seat in there, you can get it from the back side, you know, just simply just drop this down. You have all the space in there to put your stuff. It's a little more inconvenience to get from the front side since there's not much space to get from there, so that might be the only downfall to that. But like I said, it does have a decent amount of storage space down here for bags and sweaters and, you know, whatever you have. It just won't fit a big old duffel bag suitcase type thing, but you get the idea of that. But once you go in the taller seat, then it gets more limited. Then it really cuts you off. And so once we get the taller seat in there, that's going to limit your space even more. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get anything from the back side now. And from the front side, it'll be just as hard, if not harder, because you just have no space down there to get anything into. So there you go, there's that downfall. The other thing I didn't like was this part right here. When this foot flap here, it's got decent, you know, the decent backrest, the decent seating right there, and then the footrest is super strange. It's got these buttons, it's Velcro, but there's nothing to hold this up. So I don't understand the real reason for that. I mean, maybe it's just to hide your, you know, hide your papers, hide your keys, hide your wallet, hide your drugs or something. I'm just kidding, not that. But it might, I don't know, maybe it's a secret compartment. But we never use it, never have, probably never will. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about that. With that being said, of course, you know, you got your trays, your cup holders, all a decent amount of stuff. And the recliner can also lay back. So if you were to drop this part down right here, I think this lever and this whole thing goes down like so, and then you can recline your child a little bit more, so if they're sleeping, throw the vent up, they got plenty of space in there to vent and sleep too, so that's pretty nice. And with all that being said, let's get to the other part of this video where I was going to show you how to put this thing in the trunk, because you know, a lot of reviews may not write about this, and it took me a little while to figure it out, but I'm going to show you how to do that right now. This one's actually pretty straightforward. With putting this in the trunk, you're literally just having to, you know, once you put your car seat into the car like you normally would, then you're just going to press those two buttons on either side of your stroller, like so. Turn around, lift it up in, like so. Now at this point, you may have some problems with the fact that when you put it in here, the footrest there is going to get stuck, and the wheels will be too wide to push all the way in. So this is where disconnecting the wheels comes in super handy. Press this button down below here, and at the same time, remove the wheel like so. And the same thing with the other side too. Push the button, slide the wheel off. There you go. I actually do that with one hand versus two. Yes, you can do it with one hand. Like, without the jack being in the way. Okay, fine. Let's get the jack out of the way. Fine. Here, let's play by your rules. Okay. play by your rules. And that slides in like so. It's easy to get in the trunk. It's easy to move around. It's easy to get done whatever. So yeah, I personally don't mind the stroller, but since my family's growing, we have a second kid on the way, and we will probably, more than likely, be getting another stroller here soon that accommodates for 2 kids and not just 1 kid that they can grow into. And then we'll do a review on that one further down the road when we get to that point. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, do your thing. If you're checking this out on the blog, and like the post, comment, share it with someone who is looking at this stroller too, and let's go from there. All right, glad you guys stuck around. We'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.